DreAllDay.com.
Pork chow says, I'm having my A levels this year. Should I be having a little time related to basketball? This sucks as my dream is to play in the NBA, not to be an academic job guy. Any suggestions? Yes, he may lose to me in skills, but his passion for the game sure doesn't lose to me. Alright, whatever you say, Pak Chow, but if you want to find time to play basketball, you'll make time. I mean, there's only 24 hours in a day. Everybody in the world has 24 hours in a day, so you got to figure out how you're going to divide your time up between what other commitments you have and working on your game for basketball. Because if your passion is as strong as you say it is, you will find a way to find some time to practice. A Keel or a Quill, I guess it's a Keel from Houston. What are some tips to have a quick first step and beat your defender out of a triple threat? Practice. I actually got a triple threat vid that I haven't posted yet. I'm going to post it soon. Triple threat, you want to, if the defender's hands are low, you want to rip high over his shoulders and go over him. If the defender's hands are high, you want to rip low down by his knees and his ankles and go lower than him. And once you get on the drive, the ball's on the floor, you want to make sure your hips are lower than his hips. You will always beat a defender if your hips are lower than his. I just posted a vid on that about 2-3 days ago, so check it out. Taylor from Alabama. So he's trying to stop somebody from driving baseline. Do you put your foot that's nearest to the baseline in front or the other way around, and then what do you do? If you want to stop somebody from driving to the baseline, then put your foot out of bounds on the baseline. That way they can't possibly go around you without going out of bounds. They might hit you with a spin move or crossover and still go around your ass. So there is no definite way to stop somebody from beating you on baseline. You just got to play D. Stay in front of the defender, beat him to the spot, anticipate, move your feet. And Nessie PK1 from Pittsburgh says, is there any type of drills I can do to improve my shooting in practice? Yeah, if you want to get better at shooting, you just have to get in and do repetition. Repetition is not punishment, something that a good trainer named Alan Stein says. Repetition is not punishment. If you want to get better at shooting, then you got to get in the gym and shoot. So if you're having problems with shooting, then it's probably because you're not shooting enough. You're not practicing enough shooting. Simple as that. Lucas Shasha, Lucas from New York City. He's in 8th grade. He's on the school's A team. His coach always puts him in at the end of the game so he doesn't feel left out. Has this ever happened to me? Yes, it's happened to me. It's because I wasn't good enough to be getting in the first quarter, second quarter, and the third quarter. So Lucas from NYC, work on your game, get better. Talk to the coach. Ask him what it is that you need to do to get better, to get more playing time, what you need to do to improve. Ask the other players on the team what they think of your game, what you need to do to get better. If you're not getting in the game to the end of the games, obviously you're probably not good enough. I mean, that may not be the only reason, but from the wording of your question, it seems to me that the other players on the team are just better than you. So talk to the coach, talk to the players, talk to people around you, find out what you need to work on, and then work on those things. And then you'll get in the game. Zach Corper says, how long do I practice a day? He knows I don't just practice all day, every day. What other activities do I do? Other activities I do, let me see. I'm on the computer a lot. I read, watch TV, I listen to music. You know, I'm out in Miami. I'm out enjoying the sun, the weather, the beach, and all that. And then hang with friends from time to time. That's basically it. Jamil 10 says, when I practice alone, I make most all my shots, but when somebody's guarding me, I miss. What's the best way of creating space? I got a vid on jab stats, creating space out of triple threat, doing your footwork. Look it up. I already posted that vid. Look up Dre Baldwin, creating space, jab steps. I got a couple vids on that, so check those out. Christopher from Switzerland. So what should I do when I dislike my coach or have great problems with the style? You have two choices. A, suck it up, stop complaining, and deal with it. Learn how to work with the style of the coach. Or B, quit the team and go play for somebody else. Deadly Shue says, who is my favorite basketball player? My favorite basketball player is this dude from Miami. He want to go to the NBA. He ain't get there yet. His name is Dre Baldwin. You should look him up on YouTube, look him up on Google. And Nemanja Morehead City. Nemanja Morehead City says, I love the story on the track question. It made his day. I'm glad I can make your day. That brings a smile to my face. Here it is. Smile. Alright, next question. Krasimir from Jacksonville. Do I get a lot of hoes from playing ball? LOL. Well, Krasimir, I have a girlfriend, so I'm not going to answer that question, but I appreciate you asking. Anna Productions 151 says, thanks for answering. No problem. I answer every question. T-Bone 072892. How did you get a job overseas playing pro ball? I answered this in vlog, I believe, 2. I got a job overseas playing ball. Go to the combines or take your college tapes, game film, send them out to agents, send them out to teams, make contacts, network, and the rest is history. I mean, it's not really that simple, but it's also not easy for somebody to explain. There's no A, B, C in black and white for how to get a deal overseas. You just got to keep putting the work in. Once you make the decision that that's what you're going to do, then you got to stick with it and persevere. Craig from Scotland says, how do you increase your shooting range, and how many jump shots do you shoot a day? Increase your shooting range, work on your leg strength, your jumping strength, your wrist strength, your core strength, because that's where shooting comes from. It comes from the legs, not from the arms. So if you want to work on your shooting range, practice shooting from a little bit further than you're used to shooting from, little by little, then eventually you'll increase your range. Same things with the shooting question from earlier. If you want to get better at any type of shooting, you need to get in the gym and do repetition. Simple as that. There is no magic trick to it. 3 Bomber says, thanks Dre. I say you're welcome, 3 Bomber. Chippy Jordan's son. Do I wear Hyperdunks? Would I recommend them? And why? Like, what's so good about them? Okay, the answer to that is I do wear Hyperdunks, so I'm not going to recommend them to anybody. I'm not going to do a plug for Nike or Hyperdunks. Nike, anybody from Nike that's watching this, if you want me to talk up any of your products, then somebody get in touch with me and let's get a contract done. You're going to have to pay me. I'm not talking up nobody's shit until you pay me. So that's it. I do wear Hyperdunks, though, to answer your question, Chippy Jordan's son. Yes, I wear Hyperdunks. The Ant Man. How much of an influence do you feel that college basketball has had on you as a player and your development? Had a lot of influence. I was in college for 4 years. I played basketball damn near every day when I was in college and met a lot of players, worked out a lot, played a lot of games, learned a lot, developed a lot. College had a very big impact. Josh from the UK asked me, do I play in the D-League? If so, what team? No, I don't play in the D-League, and if I did, you would know what team it was. Chris Basketball. Who's my favorite NBA team? I do not have a favorite NBA team. Who's my favorite NBA player? I don't really have a favorite NBA player. I like a whole bunch of players. All the usual suspects. Any great player you can name, I probably like something about their game. How do you handle haters? And in parentheses, you put coaches. Alright, that's something that I'm going to address in a later blog. I'm going to do a blog about that. When people say their coach is hating on them or something like that, I'm going to circle that because I'm going to do a blog about that. Now, how do I handle haters? Not coaches. I don't call any coaches haters, but any haters in general. I don't even like using that word. But same way somebody asked me last time, how do I handle criticism? You just take it in stride. You just take it in, consider the source, consider why they're saying what they're saying, consider what they're saying, and you keep it moving no matter what.